You're probably wondering why I'm trying to make a video at such a popular site if it's not tourists rushing by laughing and chatting. It's the water that's going to splash me any moment now. So I'll try to get back to making that video before I get soaked. I'm David Evans. I'm Professor in Sexuality and Genders, Health and Wellbeing, and I'm the Programme Lead for the Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Forensic Practice for healthcare professionals. The programme is shared between two schools. The School of Health Sciences has 2 modules and the School of Criminology and Law has 1. Most of you viewing this educational resource now are from the School of Criminology, so you'll be wondering how you're going to be delivering your particular sessions, and that's what this Adobe Express learning resource is all about. Let me tell you a little bit about the programme. It was originally approved by an organisation called the UK Association for Forensic Nurses and Paramedics. They designed a particular programme and wanted universities to develop it into a postgraduate award and then to be able to deliver it. So the University of Staffordshire was the first place in the UK. They ran this programme for 10 years, but have since ceased running it because the main programme leader has now left that university. The programme has also been run by 2 other universities, Teesside and Queen Margaret's in Scotland. So we've had it validated and we have 2 different routes, both of which will last for a whole year at a time. There's a September intake, which will look at providing that for custody nurses and paramedics. That is, people working in custody services and maybe even prison services as well. And then there's a January intake, which will focus more on those working in sexual assault referral centres. The programme is approved to run for nurses and allied professionals such as midwives and for paramedics as well. As we'll be having students attending this course from all over the UK and Northern Ireland, then obviously delivering it online is going to be the most efficient way for all of those. We just can't expect them to keep coming to Greenwich all the time. So the way in which we've planned this is that the majority of teaching and learning will be provided via live online teaching sessions. That's going to be the majority of the work that some of you will be doing. Then other weeks, we're calling them asynchronous weeks. So we'll be providing the same amount of resources that they would have had they been coming to class, but we make these available to them predominantly through Adobe Express resources, and I can show you how to design those if you're not too sure, but to provide those on Moodle, and the students access them whenever they want to throughout a particular week. The final mode of delivery will be live on campus, but that's solely for simulated learning days. So some of them will be at Avery Hill using Sparrows Farm on our campus, which they can use as a crime scene setting, and then other forensic work at the Simulation Centre on Avery Hill campus. And at Greenwich Maritime campus, they'll be here for their courtroom experience, where they actually develop their ideas around giving a witness statement. The live in-class teaching sessions are going to be delivered in 2 different ways. There's a 10 until 1 in the morning and a 2 till 4. But at both ends of the day, we're going to have the opportunity for students to get together in an online meeting forum to build up a sense of community, to get to know each other really well, and at the end of the day as a debrief session, especially if the material of the day has been difficult for them. It's just so unbelievably noisy to try to make a video here for you all. Anyway, to carry on. So the average learning day for the students will be 9 until 10 when they get together to build this sense of community in a particular online platform. Then their teaching sessions are between 10 until 1 with a break at some point in the middle. And that's for you to choose when to do that. So if you've got that whole 3-hour session, what you might want to do is maybe traditional lecture format for the first bit of it, then stop for a break for 20 minutes or so, and then afterwards it may be some sort of workshop or case studies or other types of shared learning with the students. Alternatively, you might want to flip that around and start off maybe a workshop in Mentimeter to get them to start thinking about the topic that's to come, and then you may end off with a lecture format. It's entirely up to you. So you have a particular theme and you have those 3 hours in which to deliver it, hopefully using different ways with a break in the middle. A good way to think about doing this, maybe consider if you were in a classroom for 3 hours, you wouldn't want to lecture at students for all that time. And obviously you need to give them a break at some point in the middle. So think of different ways in which you can get your material across to them, share your learning with them, so that they have the opportunity to contribute as well as to sit and listen to you as the experts in your subject matter. And some of you will be delivering some of the 2-hour sessions in the afternoon. So there are different ways of doing this. You've got the 3 hours in the morning, which can be broken up, and then a 2-hour session in the afternoon. And of course, you don't have to lecture at them again. Just think, if you were in the classroom with people, how would you deliver this? So ideally, we're going to be using Adobe Express as a landing resource to put so much of the materials on, especially for those asynchronous weeks. So if you've volunteered to do some teaching on an asynchronous week, I can help you to develop the Adobe Express resource. But again, think about how you might do this in a classroom. So there's some information giving, there may be some group activities. You may be asking questions and then needing to give some feedback. Certainly from a nursing perspective, we often see this in traditional CPD articles. So following the style of that, there is some information giving, there are some exercises or reflections to do. And then when students give feedback, give their results from their thinking, so you can give them some feedback on this. So if you are delivering one of the asynchronous learning sessions, and if you are going to be using Adobe Express, as I say, which is what I really encourage you to use, if you're using Adobe Express, then you may want to make some short videos, just as I'm doing now. Make some videos, you can embed those into your Adobe Express resource. So you may be given some written information, you may be adding in some YouTube videos, or links to other resources. So what the students will get in an asynchronous week will be equivalent to what you would have given them had you been doing the live sessions online. So just to recap, we've got those live online teaching sessions. We've got the asynchronous weeks, but then the on-campus weeks, you won't be involved with those because they're solely for the simulated learning experiences. When I edit this video and play it back, I hope there's not going to be too much background noise to have been a distraction for you. Anyway, a real great thanks from me and from the team. Professor Stacey Banwell, Liam Hamilton and Owen Bradley from the Metropolitan Police Service. So the team of 4 of us will be able to work with you on all of your developments and preparations here. So please don't feel alone at all and contact any of us at any time you need to. And thanks in advance for all you're going to be doing.